Hello and welcome back to... Sorry, just pulling myself closer to my desk. Hello and welcome back to Princess Evangile. Right. The dance had already started around us. We took hands, drew in close to one another, and joined with the others. I wondered how to break the ice. If I didn't say anything, my palms were going to start to sweat. Konomi-chan? Konomi-chan? Whoops, I called her Chan. Konomi, about before... Did you see what happened? Weird. I guess she wasn't ignoring me because of the whole Chan thing. Are you okay? Ugh, why do you ask? Which just you were staring out into space. I was not staring out into space. Then did you hear what I said? It's just so noisy, and there's the music too. So what is it? I was wondering if you saw what happened. What happened? No, it's probably better if you didn't. She'd probably been too distracted to look around. And even now, though I was hardly in a position to judge, Konomi-chan's dancing was really poor. To be honest, the two of us together were really just stepping randomly while our bodies swayed. It's happening again! Just touching it makes me feel hot, my legs are going numb. I can't believe it, I don't want to believe it. Even in my uniform, I still must yield in the face of the Tarantator's serpent sorcery. It can't be true, it's so strange. It's called a crush. Everybody gets them. During a match, no matter how disadvantaged I am, I've never yielded before. Is she okay? Beads of sweat were forming on Konomi-chan's forehead, and her eyes were darting all around the room. Oh, I couldn't let it go on this way, so I gave her shoulder a light shake. Konomi, Chan, how about we take a break? Sit down. Hey now. She collapsed suddenly, like a marionette with its strings cut, and I took her arms quickly. Filthy sorcery? Oh. Konomi-chan murmured something as her eyes closed, but I couldn't make it out. The waltz had finished, so I picked her up and carried her back to the corner. Is she okay? I don't know. I wonder if she's fighting a cold? Did she faint? Sister Mishima. Yeah, she did. She doesn't seem to have a fever, though. She looks a bit pale. Must be anemia. At any rate, she did appear to be very nervous. She did. She was covered in sweat. To be honest, this kind of thing happens quite often. Really? When girls are facing their beloved Wanasamas. Although in this case it was probably just because I was a guy. Really, anemia is just a mild form of it. In my day we got nosebleeds like fountains. I see. Anyway, should I take her to a nurse's office? I'd been holding Konomi-chan in my arms the entire time we were talking. Her body was soft and yielding, though still a far cry from Ayaka-san's. We have a mattress laid out in the corner of the gym for just such occasions. Let her rest there. Yes, Mum. Sister Mishima led me to the spot, and I laid Konomi-chan down. As I moved to her, I could hear her murmuring something, and I couldn't help but feel sorry for making her so anxious. It was time for the final course second years to choose their partners. In other words, it was my turn. Who will it be, I wonder? I had been waiting all day for this, so I was really excited. With my heart racing, I opened the egg, and written on the paper was... Oh, no way. Who is it? I silently showed her the paper. Oh my! You really are lucky! You get to dance with Bella Pine! Is this going to be okay? What are you all flustered about? Well, it's just... It'll be fine, see? She's even looking your way. I turned back to look. I thought she was acting strangely. She probably deduced that it was your egg, that it was her egg you found. Rai-san made the announcement, and all the second years started to move. And among the tide of students, Ritsuku's delicate body remained stock still. Can't keep a lady waiting. Go already! She gave me a hard shove, and I headed over to Ritsuku-chan. What's the matter? It looked like she pushed you. Well, a little, is this okay? To what do you refer? Dancing with me? It is not okay. Ah, thought so. But the rules are the rules. What? I am a person who follows the rules. Really? I kind of thought the most important thing was having fun. Though, of course, there's a part of you that thinks it might be fun to dance with me, so yeah. Masaya-sama? Yeah. The others have already begun dancing, and they would think it unnatural for us to remain here talking. Oh, right. Ritsuko-chan, as expected, knew the dance well, but I was a miserable sight, mostly just shuffling my feet around. Masaya-sama, please forgive me for earlier. Huh? What do you mean earlier? Your first dance partner, that was my elder sister. Your sister? Ah. I suddenly remembered. Ritsuko-san, your last name is Kitamikad. Oh, forget it. Isn't it? Yes. Right. Students here rarely use their last name, so I'd completely forgotten. That's right, I thought her name seemed a little familiar. There was something familiar in her face, too. That makes sense. So it was you she reminded me of. Did she offend you in any way? Offend me? No, not at all. I see. But it was obvious that my sister did not find your Easter egg. Well, that's true. My sister is always like this. She was never one to respect the rules. She spoke the words indifferently, with no trace of anger in her voice. It often gets her into trouble with the school, but it never seems to concern her. At some point, the teachers just seem to give up. Really, I don't know what to do with her. She's sort of a problem child, huh? I suppose you could say that. But she seems so friendly and easy to talk to me, anyway. Oh? Oh, I don't mean that you're hard to talk to or anything like that. Anyway, she didn't leave a bad impression. There's nothing you need to apologize for. I see. I believe you are the only person here who would say such a thing about my sister. What is it? She reacted to my surprise with, well, some suspicion. No, I was just thinking that, well, this is the first time I've ever seen you smile, Ritsuko-chan. I've been meaning to ask you, but please stop addressing me as Chan. Oh, right. I didn't know what their relationship was like, but I could tell that she cared about her sister. That much was clear. If I may be honest, I've never understood the chairwoman or Rai-sama's desire to bring in a sample of boys. However, you have brought a breath of fresh air to Venice's. That much is absolutely true. I guess so. I think they were hoping I'd have some kind of effect on people. Well, that was the reason they brought me here. At the least, you have had an effect on one person. Huh? Ritsuko-chan's expression relaxed slightly. Another first for the night. Then she turned her eyes to the side, and I followed her gaze. What-a-sama! Ah! Konomi-chan was weaving dexterously through the crowd, heading right for us. In addition, she was carrying a rather dangerous item in her hands. Get away from him now, Wana-sama! Oh, for heaven's sake, what are you doing, Konomi? I knew that man was a transitory serpent. No, he's a devil! The leader of the devils, Beelzebub! What are you talking about? Even this uniform stained with my blood and sweat and tears, I couldn't protect my virtue. I've been... Do you even understand what you're saying? Even Ritsuko-chan's eyes went wide at that. It appeared to me that you were dancing an ordinary waltz. But Wana-sama, didn't you feel it? She was practically shrieking now. And the orchestra had stopped playing, and the others were watching us with bated breath. Feel what? Well, it's hard to describe, but yes? Konomi? This time when she fainted, her face was bright red. Oh, really? What was going on here? The others ran to help quickly, and I felt safe leaving Konomi-chan to them. Sorcery, huh? I tilted my head. Maybe I did have some kind of magical powers after all. Well, it was worth a try. Kami. What are you doing? She could have at least let me finish it. That was a reference to something, wasn't it? What's the one that got that notoriously awful film adaptation? That doesn't narrow it down. I'm gonna kick myself when I hear it. Dragon Ball Z. Is that the one that's from? Again, never seen it. Yo, can't comment, but I think that's what the... Yeah, because the Kami, Hami, Hardy, whatever. That keeps getting referenced by people like Angry Joe, which is the reason I am vaguely aware of it. Yeah, because that is the show with the "it's over 9,000" thing, isn't it? That's kind of become an internet joke largely because it was a mistranslation. I think. Anyway. I think that's what that was a reference to. Feel free to correct me in the comments. With all the chaos, it was well into night by the time Woo with Oof had finished. I let out a loud yawn. Are you feeling sleepy? It's still early yet. Yeah, I guess I am. The truth is, I probably could have handled it before I came to Venice's. But after spending the past month trying to live in line with rules, I'd become something of a morning person. Look, everyone else is still bursting with energy. Yeah, it looks like they are. Woo with Oof had ended, and the Soirée de Danse proper was beginning. In other words, people were dancing with their own choice of partners, and the orchestra played as elegantly as ever. I'd even begun to think its members were superhuman. In the end, I think they all want to dance with their preferred partner. I stared out into space for a minute, and then wiped my eyes. I really was getting sleepy. Maybe it was a release of all that tension. I'd had such a succession of partners. Ayaka-san, Kiyomo-san, Ritsuko-chan, all beautiful, but all very different kinds of girls. Seeing as I'd never even held a girl's hand before today, it was natural that I should be nervous. Oh, stop writing the word yawn, man. Sorry, the word yawn always makes me yawn, I can't help it. Bloody hell. Darn, I couldn't stop yawning. Participation in the Soirée de Danse isn't obligatory, right? No, of course it isn't. Okay. I was thinking I'd head back to my room, and before I could finish, I found my left and right arms pinned. Masaya? Masaya-san? Huh? I looked quickly left and right. I was so sleepy that it took me a second to grasp the situation. They were each pulling on one of my arms. Hey, it's like a tug of war! Like a tug of war. Oh, I wonder if they'll tear his body in half like bread. You, have experience with that, huh? What is it? I was addressing the both of them. It's still early. So... let's dance! Actually, I was thinking of getting to bed. Huh? Masaya-san appears to have obligations at the moment. Right. Okay, who first? The two of them glared at each other. Chusan, would you mind unhanding him? I grabbed him first, after all. What? No, I invited him first. I doubt that claim. Hey, Masaya, say something already. Huh? I invited you first, right? No, I'm certain that I did. Look, I'm already half asleep here. You little... Look, I can't help it. Really, come along already. No, he's coming with me. Ow, 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 ow! It doesn't matter who goes first. Yes, it does! Oh. Hey! Hey! Who goes first? Oh, seriously? You're not even gonna... Am I seriously not even gonna get to pick? Love Letter Panic, Chapter 6. And we're now 5 days later. So we've had 2 choices in this game so far, and we are... Hang on, let me think about this. By my... I think this is probably about part 15, I think. Anyway. So part 15, that means we're 7.5 hours in and we've had 2 choices. Good lord. I'm not asking for choices that massively affect the story, just little subtle tweaks to the dialogue. Oh, I just can't shake this exhaustion. So pathetic. It's already Monday, you need to get it together already. Oh, no, you're right, but I ended up staying up the whole night. So did everyone else. I guess that's true. Although, oh, wait a minute, the rest of them got to take breaks between dances. I was stuck in dance after dance. It was like some kind of perverse martial arts training. The way I was passed between the White Lily girls, Konomi-chan, Tami-san, the others. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that I never got a single break, though, well, I did have fun at least. We have the approval ratings for the week. As she spoke, Rai-san slid the report onto the table. Do you mean Masaya-san's? Was there a change? There were no classes for half the week. We started out low, of course, but it looks like we picked up a little support. Oh, you're right. Let me see. You still seem to be flying low to me. Even an Olympic pole vaulter needs a running start before the jump. We're still in that phase. A running start? Well, as long as you don't knock over the bar. But I wonder what caused the increase. It's small, but even so, I am intrigued. The ever serious Ritsuko-chan narrowed her eyes at the results. I wonder... Perhaps the others were simply mesmerised by Masaya-san's graceful dancing. Graceful? Really? I just mean that for your first time you improved greatly through the night. Well, that is true. You've always been pretty good at physical stuff. You really think improvement of dancing would lead to an increase in support? It does seem rather unlikely. This is the problem. I keep getting these 2 characters confused. I wonder if it might be this. Rai-san produced another piece of paper. What? Why would something like that increase the Trentator servant's approval rating? What do you mean? He did save you after all. That cherry tree was really quite tall. You could have hurt yourself very badly if you'd hit the ground from that height. Oh, that's true, I suppose. I guess there were some people who were really impressed by the article. I guess that's it. You have it all wrong. Konomi-chan was trembling and her face was scarlet. None of you understand how I felt in that moment. How did you feel in that moment? Well, I felt as if he'd used some kind of sorcery on me. Do you really believe in sorcery? Konomi, if we have the wrong impression, then please stop talking nonsense and explain the matter concretely. Concretely? It felt like there was a baby forming inside of me. Anyway, Onasama, I'm so sorry. Huh? About what? It's my fault that Masaya-sama's approval rating has increased. She's insane! Konomi, Venesis has already accepted the sample. We cannot change that. Which means that if we are to follow the spirit of the exercise, then we must work to fathom the sample's, Masaya-san's, true colours. Thus, the most important thing is not to oppose him blindly, but to search for those true colours. Right? Therefore, you have no need to apologise. Masaya-sama will show his true colours, and the others may approve, or perhaps they will not. Either way, the responsibility belongs to Masaya-sama, and not to you. Right? Konomi-chan must have really hated me. Not even her One-Isama's words could get her to accept it. She's right. The agreement came from an unexpected source, and I turned my eyes towards her. The righteous thing to do is to find out who he truly is. That's exactly right. You're as wise as ever, Bellapine, and I'm glad that I entrusted you with our society's leadership. Yes. Speaking of which, Rai-san, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. The White Lily Society hasn't been able to get any new affiliates. What would you think about inviting Ayaka-san? Ayaka-san? I thought it was a good idea, personally, but Rai-san didn't seem too enthused by it. But why? Well, at the dance party she came off as a pretty friendly person. Figured it might be worth a try to invite her. Rai-san turned her eyes to Ritsuko-chan uncertainly. Wonder why it bothers her so much. Furthermore, it was unusual for Rai-san to be so evasive. My sister has little interest in such things. Even if you invited her, it's unlikely she would accept. I see. Guess it's no good then. First, it's not that difficult to recover from an all-night bender. I did it when The Witcher 3 came out, played the whole thing, literally all night. Did the same thing when Dragon Age 2 came out, played the whole thing... Actually, I did the same thing with Dragon Age Inquisition as well. Played all night, which, it's not that difficult to do. I mean, you don't want to be doing it every night, but most of us can cope with an all-nighter once in a while. The next day after class, I opened my shoebox, only to let out a noise of surprise. I clamped a hand over my mouth and took a look around. Oh, thank goodness no one was watching me. There was a reason for my shock, of course. There was a letter in my shoebox. I swallowed, reached out and quietly took the envelope. I turned it over quickly. It was addressed to Okanogi Masaya-sama. Sama. It's from someone younger, I guess. My mind was in a haze, but I could figure out that much. Then I looked at the back. It was sealed with a sticker, the colour and shape of which drew my attention. It was a pink heart. It was. There could be no question. In my entire life, I never received a love letter. Never received any, nice mail either. The only things I ever got were demand notes from my collectors. There was also that damn Dear John letter from my old man. That's the kind of thing I got. So this is a love letter. It was such a change from my past that my heart fluttered with joy. Even my hands were trembling and I realised that I had to go somewhere else in a hurry. I'll be honest, at this school it's probably a trap. To quote Admiral Akbar, it's a trap! Sorry, I can't not do that meme. I quickly stashed it under my uniform and began an awkward walk back to the dorm. I didn't even make it outside when I felt a tap on my shoulder. My whole body went stiff. Masaya-san, whatever is the matter? You seem a bit slouched for some reason. Yeah, my stomach hurts a little, that's all. My, how terrible. Goo! Perhaps you should visit the nurse's office. I could accompany you if you wish. No, it's fine, I know where it is. Very well. Bye. Yeah. Masaya-san, there's no nurse's office outside the school building. Ruruku-san said something, but I ignored her and rushed outside. And I rushed like a whirlwind through the crowds of elegantly strolling maidens of Venices, heading back to the dorm. There was no actual need to rush, but I just couldn't wait. I wanted to read it, it was all I could think about. Stop yawning, man. Masaya-san is running awfully late. It appears that his stomach hurt. I ran into him in the entranceway. His stomach? I see. He looked fine when I saw him at the end of 6th period. The end of 6th period? Wouldn't that be just before? That would appear to be the case. I guess it just had a sudden onset. I suppose so. It appeared to be quite severe. Did it really look that bad? I hope he's okay. When I told him that the nurse's office was not outside, he continued running anyway. What does that mean? That the pain was so great he didn't hear me, perhaps? You don't think he was just going back to his room? But he told me I know where it is, which would indicate that he needed to go there himself. That's a little strange. Maybe he just needed to go to the bathroom. Perhaps so. I ran back to my room and immediately locked the door. I threw my bag down and then dashed across the room and sat heavily on my bed. The love letter was a little moist with sweat from having been hidden from under my uniform, and I peeled away the heart marker sticker with more care than was necessary and peeked inside the envelope. Wow, floral. The moment it was opened, the smell of perfume tickled my nose. I was starting to get excited. I removed the nicely folded stationery, took a breath, and read the contents. Cute girlish handwriting requested a meeting with me in the Rose Garden immediately after class. Can I still make it? Flustered, I stood back up and checked my watch. It had been 15 minutes since the bell had rung to mark the end of classes. I vaulted over the table and ran for the door. Clatter, clatter. Oh, why did the knob have to choose this moment to break? Clatter, clatter. Actually, it's just that I'd locked it before. The fillet of Venices eyed me suspiciously as I ran down the hallway, but I didn't care. I scrambled to put on my shoes and I flew outside, heading straight for the rose garden. Trap, 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 trap. Oh, is she not here? There were people there, of course, and this is where the students came to relax. There was no one who seemed to be waiting for anyone who paid special attention to me when I arrived. Nah. I clutched at my head and writhed in agony. Yeah? What's he doing? Does he have a headache? The letter had said immediately after class, which meant that I had arrived 15 minutes late. The ladies of Venices were almost certainly not used to this kind of thing. I pulled out the love letter for one last try, but the sender didn't emerge, which meant I'd been dumped. I withdrew quietly and threw myself off a cliff. Well, at least that's what I felt like doing. Oh, there he goes again. It's awfully unsettling. Oh God, what have I done? I was joking about throwing myself off a cliff, but the truth was I had done wrong by that girl. You reacted as quickly as you could. This is what happens when people don't give you enough heads up. This is why I like to have things planned at least a little bit in advance. You know, a couple of days, it's not that difficult. And I felt bad for myself too, after she went through all the trouble to confess like that. If only I'd just opened the letter the moment I found it. I took another rueful glance around me. That was strange, all of the students had disappeared. I just guess I'll go home. You really are cute, Masaya-kun. Oh, so it was her, was it? Still kind of feels like a trap, to be honest. Because I get the feeling she's going to be a bloody menace. Ugh, what a shame. I was still kicking myself the next day, and I didn't know why I'd gotten so worked up about a love letter. I didn't even know what she looked like, I didn't even know her name. Afterwards, I'd reread the letter. There was no name attached to it. There was a signature, but it only read, Planet Patisserie. I never heard that title before, but I thought Rice-san or one of the others might know. I couldn't ask them without telling them what happened, so for now it remained a mystery. The reason for my elation, and subsequent disappointment, wasn't just because a girl confessed to me. In all honesty, I wasn't particularly interested in dating at the moment. In other words, leaving all the love and romance out of it, I was just happy to have made a connection with someone. On that night we fled the city, I'd cut ties with everyone I knew. I'd even lost my closest childhood friend. Well, you might even say my closest friend, period. All on the off chance that I might cause trouble for them. Since then, I'd kept to myself in class, no work, no friends, no girlfriend. And in that entire year, I didn't see a single sign that my old man was working to pay back his loan. By the end, I'd started to go crazy, thinking my entire life would be like this. But all that changed when I came to Venice's. Now I didn't have to worry about money. I had lots of friends. I could even get a girlfriend if I wanted. But what I really wanted more than anything was that connection with someone. Even if not a girlfriend, I just wanted ordinary friends. I wanted as many connections as I could form. That's what I wanted. Masaya-san, you seem rather listless today. Does your stomach still hurt? Huh? Yesterday, Maruko-san mentioned that he had a stomach ache. Was she mistaken? Oh. I quickly nodded. Yeah, that's right. I pressed my hands against my stomach to reinforce the point. What could it be? You've been acting this way all day. I hope it isn't food poisoning. I'm rather worried. But I appended quickly. I didn't want to worry about me over a lie. I think I'm feeling better. Pain's almost gone, actually. Just a little nausea and... Oh, it'll probably be gone by lunchtime. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, nothing. I wanted to ask her who was Planet Patisserie, but in the end I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was after class, and that seemed like a reasonable point at which to end this video. So I will say thank you. Sorry, I was still doing my narrator voice there. So, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.